Welcome to the Two Random Podcast. Tired of subscribing to 100 different podcasts?
Yeah.
SirXpress and ISpeakMotivate eliminate boredom while giving you their commentary on breaking news, movies, music, and so much more.
Going down, man.
Subscribe today and rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts now.
I always follow them.
Random is the only solution. Two Random Podcast starts in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome.
Hello.
I'm SirXpress.
I'm ISpeakMotivate.
And today we have a very venomous topic.
Venom 2 is directorless.
And why is that?
Because Ruben Fleischer directed last year's Venom, but he's not returning for the sequel due to being busy with Zombieland Double Tap, another Sony production that's supposed to premiere in October.
Wow. And so far, they've had a couple directors in mind of who they may want.
Who?
First being Andy Serkis, who directed Mowgli and Breathe. Now, Mowgli was really good. I do have to say that. The one on Netflix, that was really good.
Yeah.
And then we have Travis Knight, who did Bumblebees.
Mm-hmm.
And then, last but not least, we have the director of Rise of the Planet of the Apes and Captive State Helmer, Rupert Wyatt. So, I'm kind of excited because all those movies were really good movies and directed very good. So, that's kind of a hard pick. What do you think?
It's not a hard pick for me. Serkis, the one who did Mowgli, Legends of the Jungle, I believe is the title. He had a beautiful storyline. The graphics, he showed the pure beauty of the jungle, the nature, the storyline. It takes a great writer, but then a cinematographer and a director to put everything together, and they did just that. So out of those three, it would be Serkis for me, no doubt. What about for you?
After hearing you say that, I do have to agree. Serkis, to me, he did do a really good job. And if you don't know who Serkis is, he also played in the Black Panther movie as the
Villain.
As the villain. He was the guy that had the gun come out of his arm.
Ulysses Clow.
So that is actually the director that they're maybe thinking about putting as the director of Venom. So I'm excited about that. I have to say, I wouldn't mind seeing the person who did Black Panther be the director of this movie.
Oh, yes. Another great case of beautiful cinematography and great writing, as well as great director. I feel like you must have a great screenwriter, but then you also must have a great director to put everything together in place and to make sure everyone conveys the correct emotion at that time and pull that out of people in certain placement, the little things. And with Black Panther, all of that was done. Another movie that I will push out there is Logan. The director for Logan, I really enjoyed the film. I didn't feel bored at any point of the movie. That is one thing that I do look for when I do watch movies, superhero movies in particular, is that I don't get bored at any part if it keeps me on my seat the whole time. Black Panther did the same thing for me, period. But I had to choose a different movie than you just to put something else in the mix.
So that's your thing, just because I said Black Panther?
Yeah, to put something else in the mix, just to throw another director in there. But Logan was another great movie, and I feel like he or she would be a great director of Venom. Even though I wish Ruben was available, but he's too busy for us.
Exactly.
Too busy for us. I just don't hope. I just hope they don't make major changes, like mess up his mask and things like that, or his true
or
form.
The way that he comes out.
Yeah, like don't mess that up. Don't mess up his tongue. Don't mess up his voice. Don't change up actors or anything like that. Like, we're not going there. Because it ends up messed up, just like the Amazing Spider-Man. We're doing all good with Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. Then you throw the Amazing Spider-Man, and it went down here from there for me. And I have not watched a Spider-Man movie since, except the cartoon version that my husband basically begged me to watch on Netflix. And I actually enjoyed it quite a lot. So, and also I enjoy seeing Spider-Man on the Avengers, the new one. Yeah. Not the Amazing Spider-Man one, but the new one. And I've warmed up to him, and so I will be seeing Far Away From Home Spider-Man. So, but let's get into this. Since we're kind of getting into superheroes, we're talking about villains with Venom. Of all time, if you could only see superhero movies or villain movies, you can never see another superhero movie again, or you can never see villains again. Which side would you choose? And I mean, like, you cannot see another villain or a superhero movie again. Which side would you choose?
I have to say I'm gonna choose the superhero. And the reason is because I like being on the side of right. You know what I mean? So, I have to say the superheroes because I can see the villain in the superhero movie, so it works out in favor if you go with that way.
I see what you're saying. Best of both worlds.
Exactly.
You see the mix. Okay.
So, that's where I stand.
Where I stand, if I never could see another superhero movie again, I would be quite alright. The only thing that would hurt me is Black Panther. And the Daredevil movie from back in the day. That would be pretty much the only. Hold up.
Right.
Thor and the new Aquaman. I did like that. So those would be the ones that hurt me the most. Oh yeah, and the Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, because I like those. Those are classics to me in the early 2000s.
They were really good.
All the Amazing Spider-Mans are trash to me. But anyway, I have strong feelings about that, as you all see.
Hey, I feel the same way. I really do not like the Amazing Spider-Man. I feel like it just took a lot away from the story, and so I didn't like it like that.
But for me, it would have to be the villains.
Yeah, the villains kind of suck too.
For me, it would have to be the villains as far as who I would choose to have to stay with me.
Right.
Forever and ever, and never see another superhero again. It will be villains. I love Venom. Venom alone just got me. And there's not a lot of villain movies, so I'll kind of be like, I really don't.
There's not a lot of Venom movies.
Yeah, they're so close together that I keep on just transposing the words. But yeah, villain movies would be the ones for me that I would say, because the Joker's coming out, so hopefully Two-Face will come out, as well as the Penguin, as well as any other villain movies that choose to come upon me. I am open to all villain movies. I am so serious. Like, they need to have a franchise for people that love villains in Marvel and DC, period. Because I'm a person that, like, would go to a movie for a villains, period. I'm not superhero movies. I'm like, I'll go. But mostly if they have a good villain on there, I'll go. Like Thanos, I didn't really like him as a villain, so I wouldn't see his movie. Like, if he had one by himself, I would not watch it.
So if Loki comes out with a movie, would you watch it?
I would.
I'm going to see it because I think they're saying that
I will have NC. But yeah, I would definitely see Loki's movie. I want to see more deep into him and his thoughts and things like that. And then Best of Both Worlds, I would see Thor, which I love. One of my favorite superheroes ever, Thor. But you know what? He's so weird as a superhero because he's like, anyway. Basically that's for me. I'll be happy with seeing villain, not superhero movies, but villain movies for the rest of my life. But I just need them to create more so I can stack up on them. I'm kind of limited.
Right. Well, guys, we need your input.
My opinion.
We really want to know what you guys think about this topic. Like, what do you feel is right for this topic? Because I want to know who you guys like as the director, who you think will be the best fit for this position.
For
this
Venom
position
2.
requires you to know the first movie.
Yeah, and like, don't change or switch nothing up because there's no need for it. So this is a situation, but I do want them to be creative. But I mean, like, the core values, the core character building that has already been created. Like, do not like change him and make him some, I don't know, but don't mess it up.
Right.
Don't mess it up. Like, prime example, like we said, Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, and then Amazing Spider-Man. Do not do that.
Right.
That's the example of what not to do. We are not going back there. Okay. And the second question, guys, would you be happy with seeing superhero movies for the rest of your life, never to see a villain movie? Or would you be like me? You would only be fine with seeing villain movies. Let us know. As well as what's your favorite villain and superhero, as well as your favorite superhero movie and villain movie. So, you guys, we just want to say we love you and we're excited.
And thank you again for joining us. We reached what?
We reached 197 on the top 200 Apple Podcasts, and then we reached
number 31 on comedy.
on
Apple Podcasts. So
thank you.
And we love you guys for the 5 all days. We have officially hit 37 5 all days. And so we're excited.
And we've got 1,087 something downloads. And we appreciate you guys for that, because it's the thing. You keep on watching us. It's helping us reach more people, because we're going to create a community. Like, this is the random community, and we want you guys to have your opinions and to comment. So comment on Apple Podcasts, comment on SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio. We really want to hear your voices, and we actually get so excited when we hear your voices, as well as share. Help us out, you guys. We try to share as much as we can, but we're only 2 people. So you guys really help us share. Whatever you got to do, text everybody in your phone and spam everybody's life up with 2 random podcasts, because we're trying to build a bigger community, and then also give us advice. But you know what? That's time for today.
We love you.
And we'll see you guys later.
Alrighty.
Love you guys.